right back, okay?
Hi, hi, Jaro. Hi, it's Margie from Basmati. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great,
Good to
thank
hear your
you.
voice.
Oh, yours too. I heard little minutes in the background. How cute.
Oh, yeah?
It's early, huh, for them?
No, not really. Today it's like different day. They just woke up early the night it, so that's unusual on Saturday.
They're like, we want to play. Today we're speaking with Jaro with the Ways of the Heart guide, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us and share a little bit about your story and your work. So why don't we go into a little bit about your own vision quest, or a little bit about you and the work you do.
Well, I'd be honored to share with you my story, but I would ask you not to be so formal.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, let's have a chat. Let's
Okay.
have a few minutes of a journey.
Okay.
And, I was born in Poland, and that was an amazing time for me. And then I moved to U.S. On my journey. It started when I was young. I remember the story that my mother shared with me, that at the age of 3, I was fluent in Polish, and I talk like a very old man. And it was actually funny to me because today I'm more silent than talkable, like at a very young age. I believe that I'm very careful with the words I'm choosing and what I say. So that was the beginning. From the young times, I was very close to nature, and that was my home. The trees, the grass, the mountains, waters, the winds, the sun, the earth itself. It was, I had a beautiful connection with that. Without actually knowing what's there, I just truly enjoyed it. And over the years, I discovered what it means and how can I connect and how can I use that connection, and how can I work with other people and take them for a journey to that specific connection with nature and all the elements.
How do you do that when you're working with someone?
Well,
what would that look like?
Well, it's not that much that I'm doing something. Yes, I have my ways, because when I work with people, I can feel what they need. And I'm talking about the elements. So we all have those living elements inside us. Sometimes we lack of, let's say, fire, water, or earth, or things that when come to balance bring us the connection, bring us the peace, and then the things start happening to people. Actually, somehow they move away part of their everyday life, and I would say open their eyes. It's not that people always see that the feelings are very important to me, and through feelings I work with people. I take them to very nice places. When I say nice, I mean that these are the places that there are not that many people around. And in those places you can feel, that serenity, and we can feel the spiritual aspect of the nature. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean that there's, crazy spirits running around. It's just a feeling that opens us up to energetic level of the surrounding. which is truly humbling. Yeah.
And a deeper connection within ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And our connection to all of that. Yeah.
It's not always easy because, through life we get those blockages, trauma or burden of the past, and in order to truly connect, we use nature to help us to see the things that have been, hidden for us. And that's when things start, when we look upon the things that hold us back and we work upon it, and we try to understand it or move it through it. That brings us that freedom that actually we all need.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that some of us are here for, right? Is to remember that deep connection within ourselves and our deep connection to nature and other beings. So I know that you do a 3-day vision quest with people, right? When I say that, I struggle because you can either say, walkabout or something, and for me, it's this. That would be if someone hasn't started this work, like the beginning of this deep inward journey, right? And are you with us the whole time? Are you?
When the 3 days. So
I'm thinking of that one specifically, just at the moment. Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, yes, I'm with the people all the time, but there are times that I know that I have to move myself away. It's just because when the deep work starts to, touch our, soul, heart, is the best way for me to move myself away, which doesn't mean that, I leave you in the middle of the forest for 3 days. It simply means that I will walk behind you or in front of you, and I will carefully watch what's going on with your energy body, and if I feel that there need for help, then, I'm going to come close. But the main thing for everybody that they work with is to discover that connection. If I will tell you how those things look, how they feel, you will have idea, but it might not be your idea. Therefore, to me, the most important thing is your discovery, your connection, your feelings, your emotions, your way of thinking. These are the aspects I look into, and from that point the journey begins. Yeah. But talking about those 3 days events, it's very gentle and very soft way, deep work. When I say that, there is no pushing. If you are pushed, it's just because the energy around you wants you to be pushed, and this energy wants to show you things, or just wants you that you make. Well, I wouldn't say the agreement, but make yourself to surrender to the nature's doing. Yeah. And this is one of the important things that we have to go through, and that's the first day, because we are built this way that when we get tired, let's say you'll have a few hours hike, or you repeat doing the same things over and over. At certain points, your mind let go, and how I said, magic starts to happen.
Yeah. Well, there's a surrender and joy and humbleness, and what is being shared, not only through yourself, but the surroundings, right? And I totally, actually, just in speaking with me, my whole energy has shifted, so I'm trying to use my brain. um,
Please
so,
don't.
I know, please don't, not that hard, I'm not trying that hard.
Yeah.
And so as I'm thinking, as I'm feeling into this, I should say, is there's such a beauty and joy and love in the work that you do, and humbleness. And how do you find your joy and love? Like, what does that feel like to you?
Well, it's a very nice question, and I have been pounding upon that question for a very long time till I discovered that the true happiness and joy of my heart is at the times when I work with people, when I can truly connect with them, when I see the change within them. That's like, that means heaven to me. I'm one of those guys that I have those, I don't know, those fields of joy or happiness that they just explode. And at that times, I truly like to be by myself, so I can enjoy myself and be happy from, happy at that very moment. In my work, you have to understand that it's not always about the joy and happiness. Sometimes there are like, more difficult times, especially when people start to release things. And that's like just a little bit different level of going toward that happiness or joy. We all have to go through that. It's not like, there are some special people that never felt how to be sad or be, let's say, emotional rock or anything like that. It's just things that we're going to have to go through, and best way to do it is in nature. Ask the nature guide us beautifully. Yeah.
Yes, that's very, very true. Very true. And so, see, now I'm totally like in the space where I'd rather not talk and just sit with you. It's very true, actually. I know that both you and Margot work together, and she does a lot of the herbs and the apothecary work, and when you work with people. And that you do, I want to share a little bit about what you do, and it's just not the retreats, but I know that you do individual work and group sessions, and that you'll travel. And if needed. And do you do remote work as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. And how does that feel when you're working with someone? I know it's a little bit different setup,
It's yes, it's actually a huge difference. And I was always a person that could say a lot when looking at people, because the body language gives me so much information. And working with people as with the remote energy, let's say clearing or balancing, it's truly way different. Most of it's just the feelings and the intuition, what the people need at that very moment. I love to work with softness, so I think that's my, I don't know, white card. But there are times that a little bit of the force is needed, and as much as I don't like to use energy in a forceful way, sometimes some things need to be pushed. I'm not saying that I will remove your people trauma from life. It's just I like to work with energy to shed some light upon it, so the participant, can discover it by itself and then work upon it.
Yeah.
I wish I could clap my hands and the miracles will happen, but that's not today.
Not yet.
Maybe tomorrow.
Well, in that saying that, though, through my own experiences, Jaro, even if you maybe clapped your hands, I might not have been ready, right?
Yes.
So, as much as when we work with people, can sometimes put our own thoughts in the way, and I think we both have done this, learn to get out of the way of that, right?
I have this believing, I'm not sure if it's beautiful or not, but I do believe that everyone is ready, as much as they can be ready. It's just what happens next.
That's right.
If something awakens in us, so we can, follow and listen to our, heart calling, or we simply just go back to our lives and nothing changed.
Yeah, I think that inner calling and that's the work you're sharing, is just helping people remember who they are, right? Without all of this stuff around them. And nature is very helpful in that. Does that sound right?
Yes.
There's a deep remembering that happens, especially even in our conversation right now, right? There's an energy shift that happens, and we're in two different states chatting, and you can feel the resonance as that shifted.
Oh, it means that we're doing something good.
That's right. And so in the presence of people, just that energy vibration can either, like it shines light on that deep connection of, I think, what we're all craving and wanting, whether it's through human conversation or sitting in nature.
Yeah.
And in your presence, I know that is felt. Just my experience, my personal experience with you, and the conversations that we've had. So it truly is an honor and humbled for the work you do. And I know that being recorded seems like so silly sometimes to me, when I just want to go sit in a circle with people and listen to you drum or share a story. Just so you know, it's a beautiful gift to be in your presence, even on the phone too. But presence is really cool.
Mahalo much.
Yeah.
I love to use that word, mahalo.
I know. I like it too.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No.
No.
Well, of course.
I know.
You see, one of my teachers, it's fun actually, because he barely talked to me. And in the beginning, I was so angry with him because I had so many questions. I want him to explain to me why I feel this, why I feel that, why I saw this and that, and he was always silent. He just did, and walk away. And there was a time that I couldn't get it. And basically I had this switch in me that allowed me to understand that he was teaching me, but not through words.
He was pushing you. Yeah.
No, it wasn't push. It was, you see, I pushed myself.
Yeah. But see, he was creating a space that the energies were pushing on you inside, right? That's how.
He was teaching me from the energy level. And when I finally opened up to it, it was the most beautiful teachings I could ever receive. And I honestly love that way.
Yeah.
So there are times when I, talk a lot. There are times when I'm silent, very silent. But the truth is that we are never silent. There is no such a thing. Yes, we can experience the silence, but in that silence, many things happen. It's the things that happens in between. And when we just look it up and listen to it or feel it, it's yet again create magic. I don't know why do I like the word of magic, because this is like pure energy, but still.
It's beautiful.
The magic of the energy doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do my best to balance all the centers and open people's heart, because from that space, the inner knowledge, or that light, come to surface, and on that very time things change. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jaro, I have to say that I don't know if I want to end on that, only because it's so beautifully said, or if I want to share, on your website, I feel like I'm going to do this. So I love, under your name and the About Us page, when you say, I was born without belonging to just one place or country. The earth is my mother, and the sun is my father. I walk hand in hand with all seasons of my life. To feel the fainted shadows of the past, within my heart, I bring the remedy, that transformation, any of the scars into blessings. And I want to say I love you and the work that you do. And it's truly, now I'm teary-eyed, it is truly an honor and a gift. So everyone listening, Jaro is truly amazing, and you can find him at thewaysoftheheart.guide. His email is thewaysoftheheart@gmail.com. But more beautifully, feel into his soul. He's really a truly, truly amazing being.
My gratitude toward you, dear Margie.
And you.
I'm truly honored to actually be here, to talk with you. And this is my first recording ever. I think I'm going to keep doing that,
I know. Yes, you should. It actually had my palms sweating as I was reading that, because, it really is beautiful work, and it takes a lot of humbleness and courage to not only do the recording, but also do the work that you do. So it's really, I can't even tell you what an honor it is. And thank you for letting it be your first recording.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, well, you have a super beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
So, thank you.
Thank you.